the girl who cried every night reading his last message. It was almost 2 in the morning. The entire city was silent. Only the sound of rain could be heard hitting the window glass. In the dim light of a small room, a girl sat quietly. Her eyes were red, as if she had been crying for hours. A phone rested in her trembling hands, and on the screen, the same message was opened again and again. "Take care of yourself. Maybe we won't be able to talk anymore." It was Zain's last message. Every night, Ayesha would read those words, wipe away her tears in silence, and stare at the sky as if she still believed that somewhere, somehow, Zain was thinking about her too. 3 years earlier, Ayesha's life had been completely different. She was cheerful, always smiling, always helping others, and finding happiness in the smallest things. Her dream was to become successful and make her parents proud. On the other side was Zain, quiet, serious and reserved. His life was never easy. His father was often sick, and to support his family, Zain worked evenings at a cafe after college. His pockets were usually empty, but his heart was full of kindness. He was the kind of person who stayed in pain himself just to make others smile. Their first meeting happened on the first day of college when Ayesha accidentally dropped her books on the stairs, and Zain silently bent down to pick them up. "I think these are yours," he said softly. Ayesha smiled and thanked him. It was only a small moment, but sometimes a few seconds are enough to change an entire life. After that day, they began noticing each other more often around campus. First, it was just exchanged glances, then small smiles, then short conversations, and slowly, they became each other's habit. They sat together in the library, shared notes, walked through the college hallways during rainy afternoons, and dreamed about the future together. Ayesha loved the calmness in Zain's personality, while Zain found peace in Ayesha's innocent laughter. One rainy evening, they stood together on the rooftop of the college watching the city lights blur beneath the falling rain. Suddenly, Zain asked, "What if one day I disappear from your life?" Ayesha laughed immediately. "Then I'll search for you in the whole world." Zain smiled too, but behind that smile was a sadness he could never explain. As time passed, their love grew deeper, but so did the problems around them. Ayesha's father was a strict man who wanted his daughter to marry someone wealthy. When he found out about Zain, the house turned into a battlefield. "That boy can never give you the life you deserve," her father shouted angrily. Tears filled Ayesha's eyes. "But he gives me love, Dad," she whispered. Her father replied coldly, "Love doesn't run a household." Those words pierced her heart like a knife. Meanwhile, Zain was struggling with life himself. His father's condition worsened, expenses kept increasing, and despite working day and night, he began feeling like a failure. Slowly, he started believing that he could never give Ayesha the happiness she deserved. One night, he made the hardest decision of his life, to walk away from her so she could have a better future. On a rainy night, they met for the last time. Ayesha stood in front of him, soaked in rain, tears streaming endlessly down her face. "I'm leaving," Zain said softly. "Where?" her trembling voice asked. "Far away?" "Why?" Zain stayed silent. Ayesha held his hand tightly. "I can't live without you." Tears filled Zain's eyes. "And I can't watch you suffer because of me." For a few moments, neither of them spoke. Only the rain continued to fall, while two hearts silently broke apart. Then Zain slowly let go of her hand and whispered, "If our love is real, maybe we'll meet again someday." And then he walked away. After that night, Ayesha was never the same again. She still smiled in front of people, but every night she broke down in loneliness. Every time her phone rang, her heart hoped it was Zain calling. Every time it rained, she sat near the window in silence, remembering him. Months passed. Then years. One day, a package arrived at her house. Inside it was an old diary, Zain's diary. Ayesha's hands trembled as she opened it. On the very first page it read, "If this diary has reached you, maybe I am no longer in this world." Her breathing stopped for a moment. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she turned the pages. Every page was filled with memories of her, her laughter, her words, the dreams they once shared together. On one page, Zain had written, "I walked away because I didn't want her to be destroyed by my struggles. But the truth is, I was dying every single day without her." Ayesha cried endlessly while reading his words. Then she reached the final page. Only one sentence was written there. "I wish love depended only on hearts, not on fate." That same day, Ayesha learned that Zain had died in a tragic accident. The moment she heard the news, it felt as if her entire world had stopped breathing. Years have passed since then, but even today, every night before sleeping, Ayesha reads his last message. Even today, whenever it rains, she sits by the window and closes her eyes. And even today, somewhere deep in her heart, she still carries one tiny hope that maybe in another world, in another life, she and Zain will meet again. Because some loves remain unfinished, yet still feel complete forever. And some people leave this world but never leave our hearts. Ending lines, moral and emotional closing narration. And in the end, Ayesha learned that not every person enters our life to stay forever. Some people come into our lives only for a few moments, yet the memories they leave behind remain alive in our hearts for a lifetime. Zain was gone, but his love, his words, his laughter, and his memories still lived inside Ayesha's heart. Time passed, seasons changed, people changed, but some feelings never changed. Even today, whenever it rains, Ayesha feels as if she can still hear Zain's voice. In every silent night, it feels as though someone is softly calling her name. Perhaps this is what true love really is. A love that does not end even after the person is gone. Sometimes people spend their whole lives trying to forget one person, but the truth is, real love can never truly be forgotten. Because love is not only about staying together, sometimes it is about carrying someone in your heart forever. Ayesha also tried many times to move on and forget Zain, but some people become a part of your soul. Forgetting them becomes impossible. Life also taught Ayesha that not every beautiful thing is meant to stay with us forever. Sometimes fate separates even those people who genuinely love each other. But that does not mean their love was fake. Some love stories end after becoming complete, while others remain unfinished yet stay alive forever. Zain and Ayesha's love was exactly like that. They were not written in each other's destiny, but they remained forever written in each other's hearts. And perhaps the greatest pain in the world is losing the person with whom you dreamed of spending your entire life. The person who made every rain feel beautiful, every road feel easier, and every pain feel lighter. When that person leaves, you continue living from the outside, but slowly break apart from the inside. Ayesha often wondered that if Zain had not left her that night, if life had been kinder, if fate had shown mercy, then maybe everything would have been different. But life does not move according to what-ifs. Life only unfolds the way destiny has written it. And sometimes, destiny takes away the very thing a person loves the most. But despite all the pain, Ayesha never started hating love itself. Because she knew the love was never wrong. Only the timing, the circumstances, and fate were cruel. Zain had left her, but he had never betrayed her. Even after walking away, he never stopped loving her. And that truth kept Ayesha's respect and love for him alive forever. With time, Ayesha learned how to survive, but she never truly learned how to be happy again. Some wounds heal with time, but their scars never disappear. Zain's memory became one of those scars in her heart, a silent pain hidden behind every smile. People still saw Ayesha smiling, but nobody knew that every night before sleeping, she still read Zain's last message and quietly cried herself to sleep. Moral lesson: if someone truly loves you in life, value them. Because not every person comes into your life twice. Some people are sent by destiny, and once they leave, life feels empty forever. Wealth, beauty, and luxury may give temporary happiness, but true peace is found only in the heart of the person who genuinely loves you. Never judge someone by their money, status, or circumstances. Sometimes the poorest person has the richest heart. Zain did not have wealth, but he had sincere love. And even today, more than any happiness in the world, Ayesha misses the love Zain gave her. This story also teaches us that sometimes people walk away from the ones they love, only to protect them. Not everyone who leaves is unfaithful. Some people are helpless, broken, and defeated by life's circumstances. So never judge someone's decision without understanding their pain. Maybe that person is silently dying inside every single day. And most importantly, if you love someone, give them your time, appreciate them, and tell them how you truly feel, because life is very short. Sometimes, tomorrow never comes. People leave behind only memories, and then we spend the rest of our lives living with those memories. Final emotional lines. Some love stories never reach marriage, yet they stay alive in the heart forever. Some people leave your life, but their memories never leave your soul. And sometimes, only after losing someone, does a person realize that they were the real love all along. If there is someone in your life who truly loves you, never lose them. Because once time passes, only regret remains behind.